All right, welcome back everyone. We are going to be taking a look at the press conference after game number 11 between Ding and Gukesh, which ended in a resounding victory for Gukesh. Let's see what the players have to say, and let's jump right into it.
Press conference for game number 11.
Let me turn off the closed captions.
Ended in a victory for Gukesh. We will be doing the press conference in a different way today. None of us really knows the feelings of losing an important game such as this one.
Wait, what?
I will give the world champion an opportunity to answer questions first, and when we're done, he may go get himself together. So prepare your questions, please, quickly. We'll do a few questions. I'll ask him a couple of questions, and then we will continue the second half by giving Gukesh the opportunity to answer some questions as well. So first, your impressions of this game. It was a very complicated game, irrational in many ways, and also on move 4, you spent quite some time thinking.
Can I raise the video audio a bit? It's at the max. It's at the max while it's the browser.
It's a very difficult game for me. You know, move 4, I'm already wondering if this is the right move. I remember once I played this against Ardiban in a rapid tournament, but I forgot what to do with the other moves. And he played this, also came as a surprise. So I
mean, but like again, like I mean, I don't want to be over the top negative, you guys. I don't want to be over the top negative, but like you have 6 months to prepare for a world championship match. If your opponent plays knight f3 d5 c4, how do you not stop and think about what you're going to do there? I don't understand. How do you not stop and think there? If you're really worried about this, you just go e6 on move 2 and you end up in like just a queen's gambit decline or a Catalan. Like, I mean, what is this? I mean, I don't understand this. How do you prep for a couple of weeks? I don't get it. Basically, I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I know the lips and the audio don't make sense, you guys, but this is the official one, so like that, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I mean, my attitude is very simple. How can you do this? Photo Chess thinks it's too expensive to prepare. That's why I only did a few weeks. Too expensive to prepare? I mean, come on, be serious. I mean, be serious. Like, I don't want to be really negative, but like, if you have, let's just say it costs you $100,000 to prepare. Like, you're gonna get $1 million from the match. You can take $100,000 out of your bank account and prepare for the match because you're gonna get the money anyway after the match. Like, that's a really weak thing to say. But jokes aside, I mean, like, I don't understand this. I really, there's nothing to say. I don't understand this. Like, I mean, I don't want to be like, I'm trying not to be like really critical, but even with myself, like, I'm super busy. I stream all the time. I stream at least 100 hours a month. Like, I dialed back my streaming for about a month before the candidates to do preparation, get ready. Ding has had 6 months to get ready for this match. I don't really understand this. I don't understand this at all. Usually it's more like this month, it's more like 120. It was like 120 last month, but I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it's a world championship match. I don't know. But anyway, all right, let's keep going. Okay, I don't know why it's lagging. One second. Let me try and load this on like another browser. Maybe my browser's cached or something. Let me try to load this on Edge. 1 second. Let me see. Is this gonna work better? I really don't want to start from the beginning. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with my browser. Okay, let me figure this out. 1 second. Let me change the scene. Let me change the scene. 1 second. Let me just add this. Okay, really annoying. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Let me figure this out. 1 second. I really hate having to use another browser, but sometimes, I mean, sometimes that does happen where the browser just like, it basically stops working. I don't know why, but it does. So let me just put this up here, and here we go. All right, and there we go. All right, let's keep going. Or wait, are we behind a little bit? We're a little bit behind. Wait, why can't I hear it? Huh? I can't hear it. Wait, why can't I hear it now? Huh? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go.
Important game. So to make
in a rapid
Here we go.
tournament,
Okay.
but I forgot what to do with the other moves. And he played this, also came a surprise, so I had to think once again. So these 40 moves, 40 minutes just went nowhere. Calculate some nonsense variations. And then, yes, I have many options, like A5.
Okay.
Also,
Bishop G4 was a
maybe
great
E5
decision. Close the closed captions.
level.
Okay, I'll take them off. Yeah.
And then I went for this. Here, yeah, he played, I think, the best move, G3, to allow I attack his D3 pawn, and he defending this way. I think this is a critical moment, which
Just
I
E6.
played a horrible move, G6.
I mean,
I missed
E6.
A4, yeah. I should have played E6, maybe the position not so bad.
Not wait, sorry. Did he just say position not so bad? Wait, did he just say position not so bad? I mean, he's much better. He's like much better. He would have won the game if he played E6. What does he mean not so bad? I mean, black is just much better after E6. What? I mean, you can't be serious. The video's a bit too loud. I can turn it down a touch, but no, you can't be you can't be serious. I mean, not so bad implies that like he thinks he's a little bit worse here. Okay.
After G6, my bishop is clearly out of play. And I don't think I have any chance after that.
I don't even understand that.
It seemed like you had some chances. He didn't necessarily play perfectly from this moment on, and it was a dynamic position. Obviously, mistakes in this kind of irrational situation. Do you feel like your final mistake, part of it was due to your initial time issue, or was it the emotion of the moment?
Here I thought I'm fine after knight c6, but I missed knight a3. Very strong idea just to give up this pawn, doubling on b5 and playing on dark squares. My bishop is totally out of place, not on e7. It's a very bad place on h6. I don't know where I can improve.
What?
Maybe after knight e1, maybe I can have to play this.
Again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, there's like you can say like his language, but man, he just literally he like doesn't believe in himself at all. It's like every position it's like he thinks he's losing or worse. What the heck? No, I mean, I don't even understand this. It's like he's I mean jeez. It's like literally every game he's talking as though he's much worse. I don't even understand. I just don't understand it. I mean, it's like he only thinks about a draw or losing. I mean, he was much better. He goes e6, he wins the game. Like, it's not even a matter of being okay. He plays e6, he wins the game.
But after c5, it's still very, very difficult.
So you felt under heavy pressure right from here, I mean, the last few moves?
Yes, after knight h3, I sense the difficulty of the game.
We've seen you bounce back before in World Championship matches. After very difficult losses as well, is it possible to reflect on the strength that you got to bounce back then to make a bounce back now?
Yeah, last time also in the 12th round, I made a comeback with white pieces. So tomorrow I will definitely try.
Reporters, I'll give you a chance to ask a few questions now and allow them to go. If you have any questions for the world champion.
A question from Ulrich Stock, German newspaper Die Zeit. Why did you choose to play d4 in the opening, which is can get pretty wild and committal in the last games? We got the impression that you tried to keep everything in balance.
Exactly.
And maybe I should have played e6, considering what happens in the game. But I thought I know something in d4, but I don't know what the way he played.
What? I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked. I'm really shocked by what Ding is saying. This just shocks me. I mean, it's like I don't understand this at all. I don't understand it. It's like he just played it's like he just showed up and played d4. No, I'm trying not to be too tough, but you hear what he's saying. He's like saying I knew something in d4, but it's like, I mean, you just go e6 on move 2. Like when you play d4 on move 2, let's be serious. What is white going to play? e3 knight c6 theoretically is completely fine for black. You're not going to play g3 because g3 knight c6 bishop g2 e5 completely fine for black. Like when you get c4 on move 2 and c4 and you play d4, you know that your opponent's going to play b4. That's the only move there. I'm talking about this is like if you think about it logically from the top level as a strong grandmaster, the only critical move there is b4. It's the only critical move. So I don't understand this. I don't understand it.
Next question.
Abhidaya from Chessbase India. My question is to Gukesh. When you
Wait.
thought for about 1 hour...
I'm sorry. The question has to be
Yeah, they just said only questions for Ding.
directed to Ding. We're limited to Ding. We will ask Gukesh a question afterwards.
I had a feeling that was coming.
MyClimateChess.com. Obviously, my question is for the world champion. During that long think, before you played knight f6, were you only looking at knight f6 and trying to remember variations, or what were some other options in your mind that you were considering?
Yeah, here I think if that takes, it's very dangerous because you can develop very quickly. Bishop d3 and then castle. Bishop b2, e4 like this. Here, yes, I saw calculate some nonsense.
Thank you.
No more questions? All right. We'll allow the world champion to take some time to compose himself.
No,
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys what the problem is. The problem for me is quite simple. The problem for me is simple. Ding has had 6 months to prepare for this match. He's had 6 months. And it looks to me, and I mean, just from the outside looking in, just looking at these games, looking at his comments, maybe there's something lost in translation. It looks like Ding has basically showed up, done a couple of weeks of preparation, and he thinks it's good enough to play a competitive world championship match. And it is nowhere near good enough, is what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. And I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand how you can spend 3 weeks before a match when you don't have anything else. It's not like he's playing endless tournaments. It's not like, say, a Fabiano, for example, who's playing every tournament under the sun. He's obviously not making content. So I don't understand what the explanation is for why he only prepared for a couple of weeks. That's what I don't understand. That's the main thing that I can't understand what's going on here with no prep. That's it. Ding said he prepared for 3 weeks. I get the point, but I'm saying, like, you have 6 months to prepare. What is 3 weeks of preparation? I don't understand it. You think he didn't want to play? I mean, who knows? I'm sure he'll comment on that after the match, but I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's keep going.
For answering those questions, we really appreciate the time you spent with us. We'll continue now with Gukesh. Gukesh, you played a very enterprising opening line, to be sure. What was your thought process going into such an imbalanced type position?
Yeah, I mean,
All
I
in.
was aware of this game that he played with Adiban in 21 after b5 knight d7, and a3 was a new move, which is almost never played before, I think. I don't know if it's a novelty, but it's like very rare at least. And yeah, it's something that my team had prepared and showed me last night, and I really liked the idea. So full credit to my team. But what happened after this, I was just horrible by me. I mean, I knew this position was slightly better for me, and I think from here I played like I don't know where I could have improved, but I spent so much time and came up with this.
So it's interesting. It's interesting what he's saying here. So I thought it was. I mean, maybe he didn't talk to anyone after the game. because I think what happened. My theory is that for Gukesh, he confused the lines. He probably thought it was slightly better for white, which I don't know if he didn't look at knight c6 or if the line ended after queen f3. That's what he didn't answer. So I'm not. So it's not clear to me whether it was like he had looked at this position after like knight c6 or queen c8 or whatever, and he hadn't looked at queen 7, or just his prep ended after queen takes f3. Not clear. Let's keep going.
Stupid plan, which is probably just. I mean, I.
Stupid plan.
Sorry, there's just a sound. Whoever that is can turn off their phones, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought this position is already. I thought I was in trouble here already, which is probably
correct. Also correct. See now you get like, even if Gukesh has been overconfident at times, he's being very objective here. You see him say he thinks he was worse in this position, and he's absolutely right.
I thought I was in trouble here already, which is probably right. But I was just trying to make some moves to not lose on the spot, and
yeah, exactly. See,
I think after h5 I spotted this b6 idea, and I was kind of I thought when I played b6, at least I'm like getting out of the worst right now. But until I played knight c2, I didn't realize I actually had some chances to take over the game. And after this went quite quickly. But probably we both were like had less time than the number of moves we had to make. So it was just yeah, I mean, it was like almost like a blitz game. So yeah.
It was an issue watching him think for 38 minutes, and then at some point you think for an hour. When he was thinking all that time, was there any feeling in you like this preparation has really paid off? Or obviously you're not going to be winning from the opening moves, but at least he's deepened off for 38 minutes. What were your thoughts at that moment?
Yeah, I was happy when I saw him think, because I was still like quite well prepared in that position, and I thought it's not easy to figure out. So yeah, I was happy to get the time advantage. But then yeah, I mean,
you thought for an hour.
Yeah, that
was suddenly flipped. What were you thinking then?
It's like, what went wrong?
I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest.
No, because yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I said. This is exactly what I was saying before, that basically there are a couple big takeaways. First of all, Gukesh correctly understood that he was in trouble, and not only that he was in trouble, but as you heard him say, he was trying to avoid just losing the game on the spot, which shows how bad he realized the position was, versus Ding, where it's like Ding's like, I thought I'm okay. Like, it's not so bad. Like, that says a lot about everything when you hear the way that Gukesh is talking, and then you compare it, like Gukesh understanding how dangerous it was, and Ding basically just trying to survive the game, when he was in fact much better. And then secondly, this 1 hour thing also, I think it's pretty clear that for Gukesh, he was like, what happened? What did I do wrong? How am I suddenly worse in this position? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I was calculating so many different lines. I knew this was slightly better, but I couldn't figure out the exact way.
By the way, just to go back 2 moves, it seems like c5 was better than d3.
Ah, really? Oh,
In this
okay. Okay, so that says it all. Based on Gukesh's reaction, this was the end of the line. He knew that after queen takes f3, it was a small advantage for white, but they didn't go any deeper because this is already bishop g4 is a very obscure line. So they got up to queen takes f3, and they thought, okay, it's a completely fine position for white. 2 bishops, g3, d3, easy to play. And his seconds, they didn't realize the actual danger that occurs after d3, a5. So that's the simple answer why he played d3 here. Is the line ended after queen f3. Probably Gaevsky or whomever it was who came with it, they looked at it, they're like, okay, white's a little bit better, straightforward, easy to play, nothing wrong. But actually it's very tricky, because without c5 you are in trouble.
The bishop to this diagonal as opposed to...
I was considering this actually, but actually I saw some line like bishop f3, queen f3. I was checking this in the morning, and maybe I kind of mixed up. I think knight c6 d3 was what I...
Okay, well, he goes further.
In the morning.
So no, what I just said is invalid. So actually, the other thing that I said in my recap is actually true, which is he confused the line. You heard knight c6 d3. So he looked at knight 6 d3 and he didn't look at any other moves. That's what happened. Yeah. Okay.
I thought I just played d3 fast.
Yeah.
And then after this, I realized, okay, his knight is coming directly to c5. I was still under the assumption that I should have something, but probably I
already worse, right?
Once it got to the time pressure situation, and by the way, he started to play really fast, as you know, and you caught up on the clock, and then you passed him on the clock. And once it got to that time pressure situation, how did you stay composed? As you said, it's now goes from a classical game to more like a rapid blitz type format with the World Championship on the line. Did you even give thought to that, or you were just so locked in the moment that you just had to play?
Yeah, I mean, around, I think around this point, I was already like kicking myself like really, really badly for, I mean, it was such a normal position, and then suddenly my queen is stuck on f4 and I didn't know what to do. So at that moment, I was just kicking myself. I had some problems to get myself back on the game, but then I saw...
You guys are being weird about this. No, what I would say about you guys are asking me who I'm rooting for. As I said, Gukesh winning is better for chess. Ding is a very sympathetic figure. You feel like he's kind of broken on some level and he's a big underdog, so you also feel like you kind of want him to win. But the one thing that I will say is very clear to me is that fundamentally, when you look at this match, it's very clear that one player has been doing a lot of things the right way and one player has not. And if you look at the preparation, Gukesh is coming very well prepared, taking it very seriously. He's also been much better in terms of time usage. And so when you look at it from that perspective, I'm actually quite happy that that Gukesh is winning, because it feels like it's deserved. It feels like Ding continues to spend way too much time, get way too low, think that he can somehow pull a rabbit out of a hat over and over. And so I am very happy from that standpoint that Gukesh is winning. For people who think like, oh, I'm really mad because I'm rooting for Ding. I'm not. I'm happy because like when you make these mistakes, eventually you should get punished for making these mistakes. And sure enough, at the end of the day, Ding does get punished for it.
But then I was just
so it's kind of all logical and it all makes sense.
Not lose on the spot. And this a4 was, I think, a very, very important resource, because at first I just had no idea what to do in this position.
Yeah, a4 is a great move.
And then I saw a4. I was like, okay, at least I can get bishop a3, bishop c5 and just sit tight. And then after h5, I even got this like open b file. So yeah, here I was already feeling better that I'm out of danger. But yeah, it completely turned around unexpectedly.
When he blundered knight c6,
queen
c6, excuse me, did it come as a shock to you? You saw it on the board. What was your instant feeling when you realized, whoa, this game has changed?
Okay, at that point it was already clear that I was completely... I think knight a7 was his last chance. At least I thought during the game. Like, take everything, rook
this
d8.
is also completely fine too. This is also fine too.
And if I go back, he just goes knight c6, knight b4. I thought this was his best try. But once he played rook b8, I thought it's already like really tough for him, because...
I think e6 was the real mistake.
Knight b4 and bishop f8 is kind of hanging on, but very by a single thread.
Somebody have to help me. I forget what the move is here, but e6 is the mistake. Maybe just rook d8, I think.
Rook d6, rook d6.
And allow...
No, rook d6.
Allow the knight c5 and the b7 to fall. But e6 is the mistake.
Knight c5, knight a7. But if I go rook d8, rook b1...
No, it's rook d6, not rook d8.
You're definitely fine. I mean, you're doing well. But I'm pretty sure that the e6 move was the one. The culprit.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it was already like he was also so low. I mean, we both were, but he was more.
That's pretty funny.
I had like maybe 2-3 minutes more than him. So.
Did you just sort of feel like you were in cruise control? All the initiative was yours. You're just playing with flow.
At this point, yes.
And
yeah, at this point, like it usually happens when you think you're just losing, and then you get some chance. I mean, you get out of danger, and then you suddenly have, and suddenly you see that you can actually take over the game. It's a very pleasant feeling. So
yeah.
I was basically just making moves, and yeah, it quickly went completely out of control for him. And this, yeah, I spotted it before, but it was nice to play.
Not often we get to sacrifice a queen in a world championship match. Yeah, you're one of the few with that feeling. I will
Okay, questions,
open
let's go.
the floor now to reporters to ask Gukesh some questions.
For Gukesh, obviously, Michael Rahal from FIDE, Deputy Press Officer. So, Gukesh, according to my database, this was the first time in your life that you played the reversed Blumenfeld gambit, at least according to my database. I did notice that Arjun Erigaisi has had quite a bit of success with this line recently, mostly in blitz games. So, I have a double question, very short. How difficult is it for you to play this type of gambit, which could be a gambit, in such an important game with so much on the line?
Gotta win with white because you're the underdog.
I don't remember you being much of a gambit player. That would be my first basic question.
I mean, the question is he going to answer? I mean, I don't know how Gukesh can answer that. The reason he did this is because he feels like he's the underdog in Rapid, so he wants to go all in with the white pieces. That's the simple answer. Let's see if he says that. He probably won't say that, but because he doesn't want to give it away.
Basically, this line, it's obviously very double-edged, but we just thought we had good odds of out-preparing him, and we thought, like, my team did some really amazing work in this line, and I looked at the line. I felt it was very interesting, and the risk-reward ratio was quite nice because I would be surprising him for sure. So, yeah,
it does make sense to ask you then if Arjun is one of the members of your team helping you out with this line or any of the other lines.
Might be inspiration, but he's not part of the team.
I mean, we'll get to know the team soon, I think.
He's not part of the team.
Possibly then.
Sorry?
Possibly then.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Cheers.
Hi, Gukesh. Congrats. My name is Atreyo. I work for Rev Sports. My question is, in the context of this match...
Could you get a little closer to the microphone, please? Sorry. We're not hearing you.
Hello. My name is Atreyo. I work for Rev Sports. My question is, in the context of this match, how significant do you think is this win?
It's very significant.
I mean, obviously, this is a very, very important win. Yeah, I mean, we were going head-to-head for like last seven games, all ended in draws. I missed a couple of chances earlier, so this, especially since this game could have easily gone the other way as well. So, in that, considering that, it's just very, very important game. But there's still three more very, very important games to go.
Thank you.
No, I mean, Arjun's playing Qatar. Arjun's not part of his team.
Hello, this is Lokesh from India. Question is,
I know it's not in sync, but what
today,
you do.
people were cheering for you and they were shouting for you. So I don't know if you have noticed this, but if you have, how does that feel? And that's my question. And congrats for what you're doing. Nobody on the planet has ever done this before. So yeah, what's your reaction on people cheering for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did notice. Notice the.
Wait, wasn't there a guy by the name of Vishyanand? I don't know. I mean, wasn't there a guy by the name of Vishyanand? I don't know.
Indian fans.
They meant the age.
Cheering my name and
they meant the age. Okay.
Like
yeah. Okay, that's what he meant.
Cheering for me, and it means a lot to me. I mean, before the game, I mean, when I'm in the zone, I do not really like think about these things much. But it's always nice to see that people support me. And after the game, when I was coming out of the playing hall, I could hear some very nice celebrations. Although I did not see them live, but I could hear, which was very nice. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Indian fans are the best. So yeah, I am really grateful for all the support, and yeah, it really gives me more, especially since it has been quite a long match. All these little things give me the extra energy I need. So yeah, I'd like to thank the fans.
Gukesh, can you just give a thought process as to why you came out with this opening for your second last white match? Why wasn't it your last white match or your previous white match? Any kind of thought process, or did it just happen by accident?
Stupid question, by the way. I mean, really stupid question. Like, really stupid question. I mean, they literally picked something to look at before this game, like yesterday or the day before, for the next white, and that's that. They're like, it's very stupid question.
I mean, many different reasons. Like every game I play, I mean, according to that info I have at that moment, we just decided what could be the best try for that game. Yeah, some of the opening ideas worked well, some did not, but it's normal. I mean, today, yeah, today we just thought this idea is a good one. It worked really well. The opening goal was achieved, but then I did some stupid things. But I'm super happy that that I could pull myself back together and yeah, I'm obviously very happy with the result.
Well, Gukesh, you're ahead in the match for the first time, and after all these previous games were getting drawn, were you a bit concerned? And how did you feel today? Were you more relieved or happy?
I wouldn't say I was concerned because of the draws. I still thought like there are a few interesting games ahead and anything can happen. So I was just taking one game at a time. And today, yeah, during the game I was like, I kind of lost my cool at some point because I achieved exactly what I wanted out of the opening, and then and then I just went crazy for some time. But after that, once I realized I'm not losing, and then I realized I have chances, and then I won the game. It's like it's mostly a relief, I would say, because at some point I was just really worried about my position. So obviously a super happy and relieving game.
No, but you guys, I mean, but I'm gonna be honest. Like when you guys are saying these questions, you're baffled as though the match is over. I mean, the match is not over, but it's really, really hard to see Ding coming back. I mean, like, it's just, he's not acting, he's just struggling mightily. Who knows what exactly is going on, but between not doing proper preparation for the match, you see his body language thinking way too long in most of these games. Like, at the end of the day, there are a lot of these little things that it's just really hard to see. His opening prep with white has been basically non-existent. Like, he's gonna have to play something. G6 was a crazy move. I don't even understand where G6 came from by Ding, honestly. I don't even understand it. But yeah, basically what I would say about in general is that, yeah, there's a chance for Ding to come back, but it's really hard because just looking at his body language, you know, looking at the way he's evaluating positions, like, it really feels like he just wants to draw every game, and that's that. I mean, today's game is a good example. You can see it very clearly when you listen to Gukesh talking about the evaluation, how he thought he was in a lot of trouble, and then Ding is basically saying, like, I was just trying to survive, or the worst is over. So that's why, yeah, it's really hard to see it. It's hard to see it. I mean, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but it should be exciting.
Abhidaya from Chessbase India. First of all, a huge congratulations to Gukesh. When you played the move knight to a1, when everyone was expecting rook d to b1, did you think knight to a1 was stronger, or you just played because you thought the opponent would not have expected?
Okay, fair question.
Yeah, my rook d b1 was my first instinct, but after rook b8 I couldn't see.
Knight a1?
I mean, basically I was keeping my rook on d1 to not allow his bishop to come to d2 b4.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe there is some clever way here, but I did not see it during the game.
It's probably go knight a1 again.
So
same
I thought
thing.
knight a1, like, first of all, I did not see, I mean, after I played knight a1, I realized knight a7 might be a very good defensive move, after which I think it should just be a draw. I don't know, maybe I can try, but when I played knight a1, I did not see knight a7, and also, yeah, it was also partly because rook d b1 is the natural move, and knight a1, I thought, at least in time pressure, it will be really hard for him to handle because the knight jumps are like always so tricky to calculate. Yeah, so.
Very true.
Prashant from Dopamine Media. Congratulations, Gukesh. Well played. And you said you lost your cool at some point in time, but you give this Dhoni kind of a vibe. And what happened in those 6
Dopamine
minutes
is funny,
when you went inside and then came back different? So there was this basically regained confidence. It seemed to the audience that there was this.
Well, G6 was just a bad move. That's why. 6 minutes? I mean, G6 was just a bad move at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, when I was drifting with all these long things, I just got really mad at myself. So I was also getting lower than him on the clock, but I thought I should take a break now and I should just refresh because I wasn't thinking clearly at that moment. So yeah, I just went to my lounge. I just spent a couple of minutes calming myself down, and I just told myself, okay, now I've already spoiled the advantage. Now let me just make one move at a time and not make any more mistakes. So after that I was just trying to play one more at a time, just not losing on the spot, and then somehow things went very well.
MyClimateChess.com. Before I get started with the question, congratulations on winning $200,000. I know the title's more important to you, and I think you have made $1 million. So congratulations on being a millionaire at the age of 18. Again, I know the title's more important, but that's impressive. My question to you, it seems like in the last 6 games or so, I'm thinking of the rookie 1 game, the F6 game, and of course the choice of openings here, that your team has perhaps out-prepared your opponent's team. Would you agree with that?
It's not even a question.
I guess after the match we can clearly say if we have out prepared or not, but
they have not even close.
Till now it seems like every game we are having the opening edge over our opponents, and I mean my team is just doing an amazing work. Yeah, Gayu and the whole team. Would love to reveal the whole team after the match, but all the guys, I mean, they've been super hardworking, super motivating for me, and they are doing not only the opening work, but also all the training we had in the past 6 months. It was super fun with them. So, I mean, full credit to my team, and in the next remaining games also, hopefully we do some amazing work.
I randomly saw Gayu walking around 2 hours before the game started outside the hotel room. So it sounds like your opening was pretty set by that point. Is that right?
I mean, like, I'm sorry, I did not get that.
You weren't doing last-minute prep. You had your opening ready several hours before game started today.
Yeah, I mean, we have a routine and we try to follow it. But yeah, Gayu also likes to walk a lot.
He does, yes. Thank you.
No, but I mean, the answer to the question is I'm sure they'll talk about this more afterwards, but if I had to guess about the preparation, probably on the rest day they already knew, because this sequence was white black. I mean, the sequence. Wait, what is the sequence? This is black white black, right? This is a sequence with one white. I'm betting on the rest day they already knew they already had a pretty good idea of what he was going to play, and so they're already picking and choosing there. That part makes sense. Talking about the money or the other stuff is just really weird, because frankly, you're playing the match, like you're not thinking about the money during the match. Like you're in the match, you're going to make $1 million pre-tax. Like that's life. You move on. I mean, it's just a stupid first question, but they probably knew what he was playing. They probably knew what he was going to play with both whites on the rest day, if I had to guess. Assuming he didn't lose game 10 yesterday, I bet they knew what he was going to play with white in both games.
Yeah.
Hi, Gukesh. Aditya from ESPN here. You are known as this really ambitious player. You've shown that you don't really like draws. You decline repetition. So does the score of this match now change your mindset in any way in terms of maybe being solid and taking draws is obviously wins you the world championship. So does it change your mindset on how you play the last 3 games?
There's not going to be any answer on this question because you can't answer. You can't give away strategy.
Coming into the match from the start, I was trying my best. Obviously, it's not possible to not think about the result at all, but I was trying my best to focus on the process, playing good moves in every position, playing good games, and that is the only way that you can get the result you want. So the approach is still the same.
Gajewski, a Polish grandmaster.
Yeah, I am going to try my best to play good chess in the remaining rounds, and yeah, if I do that, things logically should go well.
From Trinity Mirror. Before the start of the match, everyone saw you as the potential favorite. And once the match started, Ding started, he won the first match, and then you equalized, and there were a lot of draws. So Ding's strategy seemed to be that he wanted to push the match into rapid and blitz format where he felt that he had a better chance. So what was your strategy? Because we saw you going for, you're pushing more and for the win. So now,
yes, someone in chat just says this mess started with a draw. Why, Hikaru? You're basically saying that it's all my fault, right? It's all my fault, right? Because I didn't draw a ding, so it's all my fault. Exactly, it's my fault.
What do you feel
thank you.
Is your biggest strength? Is your mental strength like the key for you in terms of taking the lead? So how would you classify your position right now as compared to before the start of the match?
Yeah, by the way, I mean, the one thing I will agree with you guys on, though, is that the way they're asking these questions, I don't like. I mean, it's a little bit too much like the match is over when it's not. But, I mean, based on what we've seen, it is really, really hard. It is really, really, I owned up, but it's my fault. It's really, really hard to see Ding winning games with white. But it is true that, yeah, they're acting like the match is over, and it definitely is not over yet.
What was the key to gaining the lead this time?
I guess yeah, first of all, after the first game I had to show some mental resistance because obviously it was not a pleasant thing to lose the first game of the world championship, but then once I hit back I started playing some
it's a long press conference, by the way.
Yeah, there were some missed chances, and I don't think my opponent was just playing for draws. I mean, he was, he had some better positions in the match, and also I don't think it's possible to it's a 14-game long match, and I don't think you can plan from the start to take the match to tie breaks. It's because in chess always mistakes happen.
It is out of sync for anyone who's wondering. It is, but it's life.
Yeah, and what is my key to taking the lead? I think this game was just a roller coaster. It could have easily gone the other way. So I think in this game I would say maybe the key was that I could accept that I have screwed up after that opening, and then I could refocus. So I think that was that I'm quite happy about. Yes.
Follow up to that, you have worked with Paddy Upton, mental conditioning coach. So how has that helped you in preparation for this match in particular, and will that help you in future as well?
I actually have a hot take. By the way, I have a hot take on this. I don't think that helped at all. If I'm being honest, to me, when I look at this match, like the one hot take I would say, I don't think that helped at all working with a mental coach, because my view of this match is that basically for Gukesh, when I look at most of the games before today, I feel like in general he's underperformed greatly, and I feel like a lot of that is related to him. I don't know if it's underestimating Gukesh or like listening to what people are saying, but I'm skeptical that it actually has been helpful, because I feel like when I look at this, he's definitely underperformed for the most part, and he's been like, even today he could have lost very easily today. If he had lost today, he probably loses this match. But like, that's the one thing that I would question, is I'm actually a little bit skeptical about this question.
In terms of preparation style.
Yeah, working with Paddy has been super enjoyable and an instructor for me. And considering the height of the world championship, there are more emotional struggles in more than any other tournament. So yeah, we had a lot of conversations. I learnt a lot. He said a lot of things that has helped me in many of the games where because whenever you kind of uh, lose your focus, lose your
No, no,
focus,
no,
or you
no,
get
no, no, no,
emotional.
no, no. When you guys say so young, I think you're missing the point of what I'm saying. You guys are missing the point of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I think I'm skeptical of the decision to do that. And that was not his decision, obviously. I mean, that was obviously his team's decision. I'm saying I'm a little bit skeptical about it overall, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like that Gukesh is an idiot. I'm not saying
You
that.
should
So don't twist what I'm saying.
Come back to the game and play the best move, and it's not always easy if you.
But I'll wait till he ends his
It's
thought.
not always easy to do. So his teachings have really helped me a lot. Yeah.
But what I will say, however, on this topic is I do think that Ding should have worked with a mental coach. That I think that is what I would say. I think that for Ding, he should have worked with a mental coach. Maybe he'll say he did or he didn't. Someone should probably ask him that question. But in Ding's case, he should have worked with a mental coach, actually. So hopefully someone asks that once the match is over. But that is my takeaway, actually. Go to take. I mean, they actually did just send me an email, but like, let me. Have they started or not?
Hi, I'm Kyla, representing the local organizing committee. First of all, congratulations. And second of all, as you described the last part of the game as more like a blitz game. And in both Rapid and Blitz, Ding is ranked in the top 5 in the world, I think as high as second in Blitz or Rapid. So was that a concern for you when you both were entering into mutual time trouble? Were you concerned that he might outplay you under those stressful time conditions?
By the way, I just want to see how much more of this is there. Like, oh my gosh, it goes on for another 3 minutes. I'm gonna pick up the speed here because it's dragging so long. Let me pick the speed up to 1.25 because it's really dragging.
I mean, at that point, I was just trying to defend like what I thought was a worst position. So at that point, like my only focus was on playing the move that does not lose on the spot. I think this A4 which I found is, I'm not sure if it's right. I'm not sure if I'm right, but this A4.
You are right.
Yeah. So this A4 seems to be the only way to keep the game under control. So I was just trying to make one good move at a time. I wasn't thinking about the result, and yeah, like it. I mean, in a blink of an eye, it completely turned around. So yeah, there was not much thinking going on. I was just making moves. Yeah.
And between this and your victory in Game 3, is there one that you're prouder of?
You mean any game? Or?
Yeah, between this win and your previous win, is there one that you're prouder of?
More proud of.
Oh, okay. Between these two.
Probably Game 3.
I guess the third game. I mean, both games were a bit.
It's probably Game 3.
Bit of. I mean, in the third game, he had this one moment instead of rook h5, I could have played bishop f5, and he was probably slightly better. But I think that
Game
was
3.
That game I had.
It's Game 3, and the reason it's Game 3 is because that is a game where there's a moment where Ding was better. But this game was not a good game. This was not a clean game. This is a very messy game. I mean, yes, I mean ultimately Ding made the big blunder, but it has to be Game 3 just based on the quality alone.
At least I felt more in control, and this game I had to show some mental resistance to win. So actually, this feels, although the quality of this game was probably not the highest, I felt like yeah, this one is more pleasing because of what I mentioned.
Oh, more pleasing. Okay.
Last few questions, please.
Shirley is asking on behalf of FIDE Social Media, this time from a follower, Amulya Bania. Does the pressure of playing on the world stage inspire your creativity or restrict it?
I think a bit of both, because I mean, before I entered the elite, I was like a super aggressive player, and I was going all in for a win in every single game. And when I entered the elite, it's like I learned that like some amount of solidity is also very important. and the same in this match. I think in some games I'm more creative, and in some games I realize that I can't I can't be like going for a win in all the games. I should be practical as well. So a bit of both, I would say. But opening wise, at least I've been showing more creative ideas, I think. So yeah.
Maria for the Chess Socials. Gukesh, first of all, congratulations on this massive step towards the title. It's probably nothing, but the first question is, you seemed a little bit confused when Ding was showing some lines, particularly following G6. You were looking at the computer. Could you elaborate? Was there something that particularly surprised you?
No, I mean, I was more surprised with Ding saying he thought he was in trouble after G6, because I thought I was in trouble.
Here we go, by the way. I'm going to slow this down. Yeah, see, this is actually the exact point. If I go back, this sums it up in a nutshell, this answer.
No, I
this
mean,
sums it up
I
in a
was more
nutshell.
Surprised with Ding saying he thought he was
exactly.
He was in trouble after G6.
Exactly.
Because I thought I was in trouble.
Exactly. Yep.
So
this sums up everything about the match.
It was just very. I mean,
this sums it all up.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean,
this sums it up perfectly.
Maybe he was right. Maybe after G6 I'm already out of danger, but I certainly didn't think I was better. So yeah,
exactly.
I was just surprised by.
Yeah, you're not sure which line is proving one of you right or wrong.
Sorry?
You're not sure which line is it that proves one of you being right or wrong.
I think I might be right, because it doesn't. With this queen on f4, and
of course it's terrible for white.
This position
obviously
does not really look dangerous for black. So
it's terrible for white. Obviously,
probably I'm right, but I don't know the exact.
Of course
details.
he's right. Obviously he's right.
Well, it certainly gives all your fans huge hope that.
Of course he's right. I mean, black's just better, obviously.
One more question.
Look at Maurice.
Is there a difference in your routine that will be tonight versus after game 1?
Game 1? Wait, what? Or game 3?
During tournaments, I generally try to do the same things for the whole tournament as I do on the first day. So I try to be quite strict with my routine, and it won't be any different. Yeah, I would just try. To
okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up after this question. This should be the end
for the remaining games. Yeah.
Amazing, thank you.
This question comes from the joint stream with ChessBase India and Chess.com India.
All right, you guys, I'm good. I mean, this has dragged on too long. I mean, this is like 50 minutes that we've been watching this. I mean, way too long. I'm good. I'm good with this, you guys. We'll skip the last question or two, because I think they've already asked enough questions as is. But yeah, it's been like 50 plus minutes. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of the press conference after game number 11 between Ding and Gukesh, which ended in a victory for Gukesh. Obviously, a little bit of difference of opinions on some of these views about the game itself, but nonetheless, pretty interesting to hear the take. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this press conference after game number 11. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below, and we'll be back with more recaps, more press conferences, and everything in the coming days. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a great rest of your Sunday. See you. Bye.